What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back once again to CYL podcast, the podcast where we help you challenge your limits. Joined with me today is my lovely co-host Jay,
Hi.
and we have a special guest Bruno in the building.
How you doing, Miracle? Hey, Jay, how are you?
I'm good.
We're
How are
good.
you?
I'm good. I can't complain. What's the story with you?
In life
Yeah?
is the story.
A bit
Is it?
under the weather, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
When I use never under the weather. You're always under the weather.
No, like
I'm joking. No,
I
I
have a
know.
cold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay. Things are going well. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Excited to be here.
How-
That's good.
How was your day though?
Was good. Mainly finished work
Yeah.
today. Came straight here. But, yeah, hustling until we get there, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you work as?
So I am on the finance and investment kind of like advisor or associate basically. So I'm just helping clients dealing with investments and finances and just through online and support things like that. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, I don't for now I'm there, but who knows, in the next few years I'll be a little bit higher than that. Who knows?
Yeah.
You be your own boss.
That's the goal. I think everybody wants to be their own boss, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
for
that not the
real.
same thing you want?
Yeah. Of course, that entrepreneurship life.
That's the goal.
Sweet.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Sweet.
Living big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we have Bruno, as I mentioned earlier, and we are gonna be talking more about polio, how it affects you, and the challenges that Bruno faces. So, Bruno, I would like to formally thank you and welcome you to the CYL podcast scene.
Thank you for having me. It's
You're
a pleasure.
As
Thank you for
always.
inviting me as well. 'Cause I was not actually expecting that, so it's nice to be here.
As always,
having
man.
a little bit of a chat with yourselves, just to give you a little bit of my experience, and, living as somebody, not just as a wheelchair user like yourselves, but also somebody that has a different kind of disability probably than
Appreciate it.
yourselves as well. But yeah, overall, as you said yourself,
Appreciate
showing my limits and
Hey.
also beyond my limits as well. So
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you. Can you tell us and the audience a bit about yourself? What do you do? What are your hobbies and things like that?
Well, so basically, I have my degree in advertising marketing. That's my degree, and basically, after I finished college, went to work as a marketing expert with Meta or Facebook, they call now. And then after that, COVID came. So my hobbies, I kind of like, I am into poetry and writing, being around few schools as well, just motivating, as a wheelchair user. You might not be able to see me, but I am a wheelchair user, I know my upper body does say something else, like I look very built.
You look jacked.
But I'm actually a wheelchair user. So, but yeah, I like poetry, writing, movies, reading is not so much, to be fair, but yeah, I had the chance to do a few bits and pieces in between, kind of like during pandemic, just doing some Zoom kind of like spoken words and collaborate with few other writers.
That's cool.
Back in the day, like was a few years ago. It's mainly almost 4 years in a sense, COVID.
Almost
but
4
yeah,
years. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's just me, I don't know if you want to know my age, but I don't think that is
Nah,
necessary at all.
Not
mean,
necessary.
It's
not
not really
necessary.
necessary.
Otherwise, I'm
but-
going to ask you your ages as well.
Yeah, I think I think you do know our ages, though, innit? Do you?
My age.
No,
No,
our
our
ages.
ages.
Your ages. No,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit older than both of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I was finishing, he was just like, we went to the same school.
Yeah.
Or same college, sorry.
The same college,
yeah,
IT.
I did,
Yeah.
well, now TUD is into so, but in IT Tyler campus. So, and yeah, so I was a little bit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He was just starting. I gave him the tour of the campus. Did I? Probably not. Probably yes. Who knows? I don't remember. It's been quite a long time.
Wait. Is it true that you two used to race around the corridors in college?
Well, you mean more like beating him?
Smoking
More like that. You know, he
college.
has a
Yeah.
electronic one, but no, it was a good crack. It was a
Yeah.
long corridor, so it was nice
like
to have fun there.
like I remember I was bragging a lot that I can
You beat me.
beat
yeah?
you in a race. Then you showed me I should humble up
Yeah.
real quick. So
No, that was
He
good. I,
smoked you, man.
oh, man.
but that was good. But yeah, so overall, yeah, just doing the best I
Yeah.
can. But yeah, I'm just a little bit older than both of you. I'm
Mhm.
28. I think you are 23 and you are
25.
25. Oh, you're not,
Yeah,
you're not
cool.
far, yeah, so not too
Mhm.
young,
Yeah.
too old. So you're just there on the borderline, you know.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Yeah, but no, so it's just enjoying life, I suppose, writing. And yeah, overall, yeah, things are going well.
You mentioned writing, so what's your favorite kind of poems to write?
So basically, I'm not very kind of like into the typical writer, where basically they follow a certain way of doing things.
Yeah.
I'm more into kind of like being relatable to the person that is telling me the story. So I
Okay.
like more like a storyteller on the poetry forms.
Yeah.
So basically, if you tell me a story, for example, your story, and you tell me this happened, I'll go into my own groove and I'll be able to relate if you are you writing the poem. So
Okay.
basically, I write on my own way, but you would be relating to that poem because you will see yourself on that poem. So
Yeah.
Okay.
that's how I write. I don't really go into rhyming as much anymore.
Interesting.
So it's basically being able to capture
The moment.
the sense, your sense of how you're
Cool.
feeling, and expressing that on kind of like doing a writing or writing a letter on your behalf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you are the owner of your story. So
Okay.
that's more how my poetry
I
goes.
get you.
Yeah.
What inspired poetry in you?
I don't know. I think back in secondary school, when I was in secondary school, there was a competition in my secondary school in St. Aidan's, just
Okay.
there in Tala.
Hey.
And there was talk about library, my library. So,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I was going to start writing. I was like 2016,
Okay.
26,
2016.
15, somewhere that I
Wow.
know. It's a long time.
That's
Yeah.
a long.
That's
That's a long time. So-
ages, man.
yeah, so therefore I was like, let me just write. And so I wrote my poem, a poem about my library, just, very rhymey in a way. My
Okay.
library being here is better than me at college, Here you can find a lot of knowledge, things like that. But
Hey.
back in the day, you know what I mean?
Bars.
But,
Got
but-
bars.
Spitting some
something
bars.
similar to that, but I
Yeah.
don't really remember much.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
that's how I started. And then pandemic came and pandemic madness. COVID came through.
Yeah.
2019 and
Yeah.
I just kind of like, but I have been writing since 2016, 17,
Yeah.
and since then I have been writing. It's something that I love, and reading poems, listen to poems, spoken words, the people like the poets like Maya Angelou, etc., etc. So a few
Yeah.
other one, but yeah, it's just something that I do, that I enjoy doing anyway.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
quick question.
Yeah.
Top 3 favorite poets.
That's a good one. I saw you doing that same question. I was like, let me be ready. I'm not gonna say anything about books. I don't remember you. But see, I'm not very good with names, right? But if you have watched Secret Invasion,
Okay.
see when there's a scene on Secret Invasion where Samuel Jackson and his wife,
Yeah.
they were sitting down
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
talking about a specific poem, and
Yeah.
she was like, you have to talk to me, or you have to do it with me. I don't know his name, but I think Richard something. The name of the poem anyway
Yeah.
is Fragments.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful poem, very small but
Yeah.
very, very touchy. If you have
Yeah.
a chance, definitely read the poem. It's beautiful, but I don't have really specific one. But let's say Maya Angelou is one of them. Seamus,
Yeah.
with the Irish,
Yeah.
Silver Plath, due to her darkness in terms of writing as well. But also obviously how touching and inspirational that thing is. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll say my top three. Do you wanna know about my top tier as well?
Mm-hmm.
I saw one of the podcasts. You're like, give me a top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what is okay? You're a poet. Would you say that is your? Would you say that is your favorite thing about yourself that you can relate to people through poems?
That is one of them.
Okay.
But I think just being the person I am,
Okay.
just I believe you are the same thing, isn't it? Like you being just your spontaneous self. You know what I mean? Being able to. Are you not spontaneous? No,
I'm
Is-
a bit crazy.
crazy is good.
I'm a
how,
bit
how crazy though?
crazy. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm in the mood for craziness, I will be crazy.
I
But
see.
most times, I'm mellow. I'm chill.
That's fair. That's a fair statement there. Now, just going back to your question again, if I can remember the question.
I think it was what are the favorite things about you?
Oh,
Yeah.
basically, that's the point. Be a poet or somebody that write poem is my favorite. No, I would say just being my true self, being able to share some light to other people. Especially in these darking days. It's very dark lately. Not just in the place here where we are. I'm joking, but overall, no. I just feel being able to write is good.
Yeah.
Being able to express yourself is good, but I think just being able to inspire other people. This is why I used to do, kind of like went to schools in Tala.
Okay.
I just before pandemic, just to be able to share my story with them, be able to motivate them, be
Yeah.
like, look, I have been in school,
Okay.
I struggle,
Yeah.
I fell in maths, went through, I went through other venue to be able to go to college. I went college.
Yeah.
Once I was in college, my third year of college, my mom passed away, which then, my mom was basically buried on Sunday, or basically everything. The funeral was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday, either have to choose, should I stay home and cry,
Okay.
or should I keep going and get that
Yeah.
degree done? So I was like, let me just go to college and finish the degree. So it's just being,
Okay.
that's not my favorite thing, just being able to help other people,
Okay,
get inspired,
okay,
be able
okay.
to help as well.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
say you are the same thing, or the
The
same way, both Jay and Miracle?
I think for me, one of my favorite things about me is I am persistent. Like if there's something that I want, I will get it no matter what.
Yeah.
And I don't give up. I like to keep going. Like to keep, trying other options, see where it's gonna take me. Like for example, this podcast, we're just having fun,
Yeah.
just seeing where it takes us. So
Well, the sky's the limit, isn't it?
Hey.
exactly.
If you don't hit the sky, at least stay above the clouds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, how about yourself?
For me, it's my ability to stay positive and calm during stressful situations. Like I remember me, Jay, and a bunch of other friends went to a club to celebrate something. I think it was something that we had accomplished. This was
Was that like last weekend?
no, this was years ago.
Oh.
Something that
I saw many things happen that he forgot.
Yeah.
See?
Yes.
In the process of it all,
Yeah.
when it came out, I realized that I did not have my phone on me. Everybody
Oh yeah, I remember that day.
everybody was panicking. Are you alright? And I'm there like thinking, I'm not stressed at all, because I know it's something that I can that I can easily replace.
That's it. Yeah.
So
It's minor.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's minor things.
Mm.
It's
It comes and goes,
Nah,
isn't it?
but-
it comes and goes,
That's
and
it.
But
and
like seriously, imagine
Yeah.
losing an iPhone 13 and be like, yeah, it's
Well,
Yes.
but see, there's
it's
more in
okay.
life, though. You know what I mean? There's more in life. I know
It's life.
it will be painful.
yeah.
It will be painful, but at the same time as well, there's more in life because iPhone 13 is just an iPhone 13. You know what I mean?
It is.
But
it is.
your health,
yeah,
your mindset, your health is much better than being stressed because of iPhone. Block it. Somebody will find it. They
Exa-
won't be able to use it. They'll throw away.
Ex-
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I was
but yeah.
like today, to the people just stressing over me, stressing because of me. I was like, oh, calm down, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'll replace it when I replace it. That was me being positive and
Yeah.
seeing the light in every situation.
Yeah.
Because I know as long as I'm alive, I can do things or replace things that are for replacement or doing.
That's
You
it.
get
No,
me?
I agree with that.
That's so poetic.
That was
But-
very true, though.
But anyways, so where are you from? Like,
Originally,
yeah,
I'm originally
originally.
from Angola.
hmm.
I have been in Ireland, believe me or not. And some people be like, how can you be here so long and you don't have the Irish accent? I do not have an accent. I'm awful with accents,
Yeah.
but I have been here since 2009. That's how
2009.
Okay.
that's how long that has been. So
alright.
it's been here for
Yeah.
quite a long time. But
I got you.
yeah, that's basically, I'm originally from Angola, yeah. And
What's
yourself are Nigeria and you are
Cameroonian?
Cameroonian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's Angola versus Ireland like? Like
as people say, it's kind of like, water and wine.
water
know.
and wine. So Angola is water, and Ireland is wine.
Well, this is just a saying, but it's a massive difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know yourselves. You probably both of you is either born in here or came here very young.
Yeah.
I came
So-
here when I was 13.
13.
I came
12 going
12.
on 13.
Same age when I came here. I came here when I was 13 as well, yeah. How about yourself?
I came here when I was just 2.
Too. So, you have been living your life here.
Yeah.
But, Jay, you yourself, coming here when you were 13, so you yourself know how things in Africa, per se, is. So, this man has the
So
privilege
different.
of being here,
Yeah.
soft little thing, you know what I mean? So, no, he's not
So
soft.
it's so different. I
Yeah,
can't
but it
lie.
is different. So there is, when I say water and wine, it is just the difference is massive. Here I have more opportunity than I ever had. Even crutches, wheelchair, a house. I live by myself. I have a
Ooh,
dog.
nice.
I drive and things like that.
Cool.
And yeah, we can get into that a little bit more.
Okay,
if
yeah,
you want.
let's get into that because I'm really curious. Like, is your car an adapted car?
It is automatic adaptive car, yeah,
Automatic,
which is
yeah.
a hand control automatic car. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you use it? Like, because I've never seen
Never-
an
you've
automatic
never seen
car.
automatic?
No.
Well, automatic car, you have seen it. You just haven't seen
No,
an adapted
like,
car.
I've never seen, I've never seen an adapted car.
I'm just making
Oh, my God.
leave the-
I have
leave the-
such a headache.
No, that's understandable. No, the adapted car is basically it's kind of like a little metal that come from where the accelerator and the stop is, all the way to the steering wheel. They connect that and they put basically the hand control has like a knob for me to steering, and then basically I have kind of like a push, a hold, kind of like a push and. How do you say that? That way, it's kind of like
pull and
pull and
push,
push. That's
yeah.
the one, yeah. So where basically it's kind of like accelerate and stop, but it's pretty cool. You should, you should be. You should. I should show you this one day when you come to my
Maybe.
house, if you ever come to my
Maybe.
house, But yeah, definitely you should be able to see. But it's pretty cool. It's something that I never really dream in, or even be able to. I never thought I'll be able to drive. So even no, live, let alone even be able to have a license. So to have that in place, to be able to drive and actually go wherever I want
Have
with my car.
that freedom.
That
like,
freedom, yeah, it's the freedom,
I
yeah.
get you.
So it's pretty cool, and I really enjoy. I don't enjoy driving, to be fair.
Why not?
I don't know. I have free travels. I prefer the Lewis sometime, because town is mad. So if we go
Town
to
is
town, it's
always
just very
crazy,
busy. So,
yeah.
but I do enjoy driving when I want to drive. I do enjoy drive, but otherwise, if and also petrol is too expensive
Yeah.
nowadays. So
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean. So
Like I remember when I was younger, when I first came to Ireland, my mom used to take me on like late night drives, and it was just like it was the best thing
yeah.
about like being in a car.
Yeah, it's just that kind of like tranquility, that kind
Just
of
chill.
relaxing
Yeah.
sense, But see, when you are driving, it's a different story because you have to pay
Yeah.
attention on the road. But if you're just on the side, you can sleep, wake up, and
Yeah.
enjoy yourself. Like, what a breeze! But it's different.
You have polio, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So this what is polio? by the
Well,
way?
I'm not gonna give you a more like proper doctorate kind of doctor kind of like explanation because to be honest, I forget because sometimes I even forget I am disabled myself. I forget that I even have the disability that I have. My friends just go back in college again. My friend, they would come to me, I start messing with them, they would just push me, you know what I mean? And sometimes I fall. I would fail because they'll be like, I treat you different. I don't treat you different because you're in wheelchair. I'll treat you equally. So, and that was cool because I don't really see myself much as somebody with disability. So I just, I want people to treat me equally, not feeling sorry unless it's work. But nobody say that. And they'll be able to see that. No, but honestly, yeah. So going back to the question again, if I don't polio, I don't have a very kind of like definition, but basically polio is basically condition. Obviously, when you don't take the medication, you see the vaccination, the vaccine back in the day. So when you're younger, so I didn't get that when I was a little bit younger. That basically weakened my bones, that affect my spine, affect my right leg massively, because I cannot use I can wiggle my toes, but that's how much I can do it. And then my left leg as well is slightly affected as well. So
does it feel like your leg is heavy?
no, it's actually pretty, it's, never mind. I was going to do some nonsense thing, but no. It's pretty, no, it's no heavy per se. It's kind of like normal per se. My right leg is very weak, so there's not a lot of...
Oh, it's just weak.
Yeah, it's very weak. My right leg is weak to the point that I cannot bear any weight on it. But my left one, it's fine. My right is very weak, but my left is good. I use crutches at home and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much, but it's nothing really. I never really, as I said, I never let polio or any other disability stopping me, just like both of you as well. It's the persistence, it's the resilience, for you to keep going. So that's exactly the same as me. So, but in a way, I'm thankful, to be fair, because if I didn't have what I have, I don't know where I would be. So I probably wouldn't be here for sure. So no, most likely I wouldn't be here. So so yeah, but how do you find yourselves? Like, obviously, what condition do you have, Mirk?
Cerebral palsy. We both have
the same kind of which is probably much different than my condition.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
It is. But it's also similar in so many ways. Like
it probably is. I don't know how much affects you, because myself, since I have known myself as a person, let's say when I was 13, because I don't remember much when I was a little bit younger. I don't know if it's polio or just my brain is just a lot of trauma, back in Angola, but I don't remember much anything really when I was a little bit younger than probably 10 or maybe younger than, before 10, I don't remember anything really. So, but yeah, so I don't know how much affects you, but it would be nice to know how it affects you, because my way of affecting me is different. I jump into things, I play basketball, wheelchair racing, things like that. So I used to do it. So, and also only really, I'm able to move a little bit more with my left leg. I don't know if you two are able to
Yeah.
do it. So
Yeah.
maybe a little affects you a bit different.
For me, I can walk,
Mm.
but I need to use like
The
a
walker.
Zimmer frame,
Yeah,
a walker,
yeah.
And also, just like yourself, my disability affects the whole left side of my body,
Yeah.
and it affects my legs, the muscles on my legs.
As well, yeah.
So although I can walk, but I can't walk for a very long
Yeah.
period of time.
Same with crutches, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I do use the Zimmer frames at home sometimes, but
It's good not to be too,
yeah,
too used to the, to
not
do this thing.
not to get too used to the wheelchair. But the only thing is my legs.
Yeah.
They feel like they're burning.
I
Like
see.
I'll be sweating buckets when I'm just trying to walk from my room to the kitchen,
Yeah.
and it's not that far. Like,
Yeah.
but it's a good way for me to exercise
No, that's
those
it. Yeah,
muscles.
that's it. How about yourself, Miro?
Me, I'm very similar to Jay, but my mom tries to get me to use the Zimmer frame, but sometimes I do. Most times do it later, don't pressure me about it. But yeah, but unlike Jay, I am solely dependent on. Well, not solely, because I still move around the house without my wheelchair.
Yeah.
But most times now I'm on my wheelchair, going to the sitting room, going to the kitchen to get snacks.
And plus,
You know?
it's just easier.
Yeah.
Just easier
It
to
is.
have that convenient,
That's it. I use crutches now and then. Mainly when I'm not home. When I go to my partner in Newbridge, that's when I mainly use my crutches. But usually convenience is my wheelchair, to be honest, because it's so much easier. Just like sit,
Navigate.
scoos. You know what I mean? Scoos. You know what I mean? So and that allows you just to get to the point A to
Point
B. So
B,
a little bit quicker than if you have to struggle with the crutches.
walk. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you grew up until you came here in Angola. How was growing up with polio for you?
It was challenging.
Yeah.
It was challenging. You know what I mean? I don't really remember myself. I was 2 when, according to my mom, I got polio. So I don't remember me standing up or I standing and really being able to walk. So since 2, I have been in a wheelchair, but it was a struggle because obviously in Angola I didn't have crutches, I didn't have wheelchair, I didn't have really just a small little kind of like support for myself. So that was a challenging itself. You know what I mean?
So, like, was it like a walking stick you had?
Sometimes not even walking stick. Somebody was giving me how do you go?
Piggy bag.
Pig bag, yeah. You know what I mean?
Piggyback.
Take me left to the right to the left. So was fun because I just have to hold on there, you know what I mean? But I didn't really have that because you know yourself, the government will give you a massive wheelchair, that will make you more disabled than you actually are. So because they are not supporting you. So but yeah, I didn't really have much in terms of crutches, wheelchair, or anything like that. So it was challenging per se, schools, not as much as well. Didn't really have much of a school presence back in Angola. But once I got here, I was 13, so I had to learn a different language altogether. I speak Portuguese. I'm a Portuguese speaker.
So you had to learn English completely from scratch.
Yeah.
How was that actually?
Yeah.
Was weird.
Yeah, I remember.
I vouch that. You vouch that, don't you? Yeah, it was weird. Was even weirder because I was already 13, so I had to go to school.
Yeah.
So I had to go to secondary school.
Yeah.
And I had to stay behind in an English class because
To
I
learn
had to
extra.
learn extra English. So I have to do a lot of reading books. back on the day, like back in 2010, I was only 14. The first book that I read was this book called Body, Buddy. That was the first book. To this day,
yeah.
I don't forget about this book, but
Yeah.
I had to stay behind, read. Maybe this is why as well it came a little bit closer to my poetry writing,
Okay.
because I had to learn so much. You know, I was able to write, but I wasn't able to speak. It took me about really a good year to learn and actually to be integrated with other people in the class, and was a struggle. I was doing English, I was doing maths, things that I never had before or done before properly, you know what I mean? And then I had French as well. I don't even know why I was doing, but it has to be done. So one language. So yeah, it was challenging in Angola, but my journey to here was very surreal. I came here with like, this place is very green. Cool. This place is strange.
It's so cold as well.
So, you know, I wasn't even thinking about the cold. I was coming from the airport to whatever I was going, because I had to stay in accommodation in Drogheda. That's where I stay in Juliustown, called Muslim accommodation. You know, some people will know. And come all the way from whatever I was coming from to all the way there, just green. I'll be like, this place is so green. You're coming from a place where it's not green whatsoever.
Is Angola like really hot, or is it like?
Bro, Angola is an equator.
Yeah.
So it's literally, you know, where you see where Congo is, Zambia. So it's in that surrounding. So it's on the equator. So it's very hot. It's literally like any other country in Africa, really. So yeah. But it's very hot. But was good. I suppose, you know, the weather's good. At least when it's raining there, I was able to go outside and play on the rain, and the water's not hot. It's not cold. You know what I mean?
It's like lukewarm.
Lukewarm and nice, yeah. But here, like, God, it's raining. Go back inside because you gotta be very cold.
I just miss those heavy, like,
drop.
Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, heavy rain,
and especially because
and
the type of roof,
it's zing, like it's just falling.
So good.
You're just laying on your bed and then you just drift off. It's like
it is a good sound to the point that now I go on YouTube and just put, like, you know, the raining sound because it's so addictive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
You don't have that type of story.
Yeah. My childhood wasn't as fun as yours.
Mine wasn't fun. I didn't think mine was fun.
No.
I'm joking.
In terms of the rain hitting the ceiling. Yeah. In Ireland, that's really cold rain. So
that's it.
I have a question for you. Because this is something that I never knew. So my friend told me in Bangladesh, they have this thing called stick and tire. The stick is what you used to beat the tire with, and you're running around chasing the tire.
We had a wheelchair. We don't do that.
No. I'm just saying, like, in Angola, did you ever see kids doing that?
Oh yeah. There is even that game as well. I don't know if you ever saw it back in Cameroon, but where you basically, the tire is so big. You go inside the tire and they just roll you and you keep going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you experienced that, or at least you have seen that.
I did though. I remember my friend put me in one of the tires.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Okay, talk about bullying.
No. Oh, bro, it's not bullying. Yeah. It was fun. It was childhood memories. Yeah. And I also remember we used to build stuff out of bamboo as well, like little.
There was a lot of games that today I'm seeing some of the toys, even like the scooter, right? In Angola, they have, like, you know, we used to make scooter. Like kind of like wood scooter, where basically like you build with I don't know really the name. You see what make the wheels
like plank?
I don't know the name. I really don't know the name. But like you put them together, kind of like a proper scooter, and you put them together. I don't know, but like let's say your wheels, right?
The bolts.
Yeah, the bolts, but also even just the wheel. We will take that, put down in kind of like in a piece of wood, put like the steering wheel, and we just, you know, push that and things like that. So there was a lot of good childhood memories that Some of them I remember, some of them I don't, but it was good. Was good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So was it hard for you to make friends? How was it making
When you came to Ireland or back home?
back home, and also when you came to Ireland? Like, how was the transitioning from Angola to Ireland, and how was your social interactions with people?
Yeah, no, like in Angola, obviously, because I was a little bit younger, so
Mhm.
obviously my disability as well, it didn't really help per se, There was what you call the bullying part of it, you know what I mean? Because of being in a wheelchair, so
Yeah.
was all over the place, people bullying, you crawl, oh, you look like a cat, oh,
Yeah.
names like that, I know
Yeah.
you never experienced because, you have been privileged.
I did.
Nah,
I did.
I wouldn't say privileged.
No,
just
I'm joking, not
protected.
privileged,
Yeah.
but you'll be living here, so obviously it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different story altogether. But I mean, like, obviously not privileged because at the end of the day,
Sorry.
you are in a wheelchair. But what I
Yeah.
meant is, like, was very rough. So kids my age at that time would beat me up, throw rocks
Okay.
and things like that, just because I'm in a wheelchair, or
Yeah.
like or would see me crawling, things like
Yeah.
that. So was tough, but the transition to here was a little bit more easy per se. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I was a little quiet because
Were
obviously
people more accepting of you when you came here?
like accepted myself as who I am.
No, like people.
Or
the
people
peop-
accept it.
Yeah.
I think like definitely, you know what I mean? We live in Ireland. I know, things sometimes is not great, but there was a lot of people where I was staying. But also you have to remember I had to learn English from scratch. So there was also that kind of banter or that type of bullying as well, because I have to learn. And obviously the way I'm speaking right now is not the same way I was speaking,
Yeah.
let's say
Back
10 years
then,
ago,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I would pull left to the right and right to the left, you know what I mean? So I know I'm still no perfecto, but look,
Yeah.
as I said, I can communicate, I can
Yeah.
work.
I
did
think you're just
Yeah.
just perfect. So the transition was hard, but the language as well was hard. So therefore, I was quiet, and I wasn't really talking as much. But once I start talking, I never had the issue because I believe I'm very spontaneous.
All right.
I like to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I like to make jokes of myself. You know what I mean? There is nobody like, especially when I start going secondary school, I start move on and start believing myself, starting really, accepting who I am. Because at the end of the day, you either accept yourself or you're just going to be very, very, very sad. So
Yeah.
I accept myself. I kept going and I was just easier. And when I went college, you can ask this man himself. I was with everybody.
Yo,
Chilling.
It
From the teachers,
it was
you
this man was the king of upstairs canteen.
there was a lot of girls there.
Like-
That's why.
Like everybody
course.
knew him.
Of course.
Even the lecturers were saying, "What's up, Bruno? You alright?"
Yeah.
I was just like, I was very spontaneous. So I like to make jokes, and jokes is not about somebody else, it's about me.
Yeah.
That really gives that being relatable side of it, that personality, that charisma as well. It helps, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I really like, nowadays people be like, Bruno, you're too funny, Bruno. I'll be like, yeah, I'd like to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But because I cannot stand,
Oh,
I'll have to do sit-down comedy. You know what I mean?
Sit-down
Yeah.
comedy.
You are. So, and people just like, it's just mad.
Sit-down comedy.
People will come to me and be like, oh, do you want a hand? I'll be like, no, I don't want a hand. I want a leg.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
So, you know what I mean? So I try to be very spontaneous, try to be, as friendly and as happy as I can be. But obviously, we have our time where things are really, we are under the weather, as you said yourself. There's
speaking
time.
of under the weather,
Yeah.
and what are the challenges that you face with as a man with polio?
Well, it's very hard to answer that, isn't it?
Yeah.
because you have to think about it.
Yeah, it's hard because there is a lot of challenge. All the challenge that we have already mentioned so far. Like for being in a wheelchair, obviously. Also, even though here as well, even back in the day, I was a little bit off, obviously, until I actually learned to be like, okay, I'm self-sufficient. I'm gonna motivate myself. I'm gonna inspire myself. I was a little bit shy to even talk to people, talk to girls, because I felt like, oh, my disability, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that really impacted me as somebody who, now obviously I'm 28, so I know what I want. I have somebody at the moment, and I have been with her for few years, so that helps. But before was a little bit challenging because I was like, oh, how are they gonna look at me?
Yeah.
Or are they really gonna like me because they like me, or are they gonna like me because I'm on wheelchair?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you have in one point in your life you
Yeah.
have you have thought about that. So there is that challenge there. College wise, would I be able to do the things that everybody does?
Yeah.
Would I go to the pub and just stay there? But myself, I hate being with people that drinks, because if something happened, I need to run and I cannot run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need to
get
run.
you.
This is why
Yeah.
I was telling you, I was telling you outside. One thing that I don't want to be is a cheater and a thief. Because if these two things need mixing, you need to run, and I cannot run.
Yeah.
So that's what
Long day.
long day. So, but basically,
Very
it's
long.
just being a man with polio, any type of disability, the mental or really any other mental health disability. It is very hard.
There
overall.
is a lot of honestly, there's a lot of challenges mentally as well.
Yeah.
that
You have
comes
to
with-
overcome, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
as I said,
Yeah.
like I was living with my mom, everything was fantastic. You know what I mean? Oh, food is on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go out, go to college.
Every night.
Mom, I don't. You know what I mean? But obviously, once she passed away, that's when you'll be like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's time for you to be a man yourself and
Okay.
do the things yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that I had a mom or a mother that really molded me into the place where I am right now. Really were like, you have to be independent. You have to push yourself. You have to do this, and that.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. But also, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to be in a place where I am right now. So if you want to learn anything from this chat we're having, be as much independent as you can.
Okay.
Because I know you're 22, he's 28. He probably experienced a little bit more than yourself.
25.
28, sorry, 28. I am 28. 25, sorry, my bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
But basically, what I'm trying to say, sorry about that, is just be as much independent as you can, because our mothers are there, and we hope that they stay there as long as, and family men, they stay there as long as they can. But sometimes they are not there, and you have to unfold yourself in the best way you can. So that's my real advice to yourselves, to you too. Anyway, now that you're starting your crazy careers of of a beautiful podcast. So
Thank you.
Like
Appreciate that.
it's been a crazy journey. We've had so many interesting people and so many interesting
no, I saw
stories,
I watched
and
it, yeah.
and like each one of them is just
Unique.
unique and hits home for every one of us. I'm sure the audience out there feels the same way. They get to learn a lot. They get to learn as we're learning. So it's just a wholesome experience for all of us,
Oh no,
Yeah.
for sure. And I couldn't be more thankful, because you're really bringing the awareness, to everybody out there in the worldwide, especially because it's internet, so it can reach different people that right now they could be at home, struggling, but they are looking as the three of us, be in a wheelchair and be like, let's go,
Yeah.
even when we are under the weather, we are trying to get out there and trying to do the best we can. So yeah, it's fantastic, and very proud of both of you. I have known you for a while. I have known you for a while as well. So which is, I have seen the growth of both of you.
Who did you know first? Me or him?
Is it a competition?
It must be.
It is.
I think
can't lie.
I have known Jay. I think I have known you a little bit earlier because of your sister, but then obviously because of college, he came a little bit later. So I was almost like your sister. We started almost the same time per se.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
used to come to college and things like that, so he was not there by then. You know what I mean? So, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is there any final words of wisdom?
I
to...
got- Sorry to cut you off. I got one last question
Oh,
for you.
Yeah.
So as a man with polio and as a man with many achievements, how do you find the strength to do what you do and
God.
also overcome any limitation or weaknesses? Where do you find that inner strength and confidence?
That's a great question. It's a great question because I really don't know the answer. I am a believer. I might not be a proper, I say myself I'm a Christian. I believe in something that I believe he created me, and or at least that there is somebody or something out there that he gives me the strength to keep going. But also is really being able just to thinking really think deep down everything that my mom has really fought to get to the point where we are right now. Really worked really hard to bring me here and to basically mold me to the place where I am. So when I do the things I do, I wake up every morning or I keep motivated, is basically just thank you, mom, for bringing me here. Thank you for molding me the person I am, and just doing for her as much as for me, but also believing that, oh, thank God, there is somebody there that is look after me.
Yeah.
If that is a cockroach, if that Jesus, if that God, by if it's
Insect.
whatever people believe, because people believe in all sorts of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just have the confidence that, look, whatever is going on, at least you have people there, friends, partners, and no partners, but partner. That that can motivate you. Singular, no regular, singular. But yeah, it's just really and being like, look, this is your life. You have to live. If you don't live, soon we'll finish. And if you don't do it now, when are you gonna do it?
When are you gonna do it?
Yeah. So
Exactly.
and as just answering your question, if there's any piece of advice I can give to everybody out there, as well as yourselves, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Be yourself. Don't let any limitation, any setback push, drag you down, because it is hard. Sometimes I cry in my room. My
Yeah.
girlfriend will be there, be like,
Yeah.
you should talk to me. Yes, I should, but sometimes it's nice to cry by yourself.
Yeah,
because
it is.
it make you think,
I guess
So
you-
I
yeah.
have no problem say I cry
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is hard to live the life we live. It's hard to be disabled. It's hard to be in a wheelchair. But with a little bit more kind of courage and motivation and really aspiration to what you want to do, hopefully that will bring you to a place where you'll be like, yeah, I have to stand up to. Well, we don't stand. We we have to move from now.
Yo.
Every time, I swear.
The jokes keeps coming and coming, man.
But basically, so we have to keep going. You know what I mean? We if it's,
Yeah.
But that's basically just my point is just keep going. Don't let whatever come your way. If it's girls, if it's somebody out there, look, this man, the man of many talents. If it's girls, anybody else, don't guys or any really bully out there, don't let that drag you down. Be the best version of yourself and do what you can with what you have.
Yeah.
And don't let limitation stop you, I suppose.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
That was very insightful.
That was,
Thank you.
yeah.
All right,
No,
can
thank
I
you for having.
do this?
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to ask him in case he had anything left
To say, because this
left
man
to
always
say.
have something, isn't it?
Yeah, always.
No.
Okay, I think that's all we have time for today. I've been your host Jay, and joined with me is my co-host Miracle, and we have Bruno in the building. Round of applause for this one, please. Thank you. And also, if you're following us on Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok, please drop a follow, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. And also, please do click that little bell beside the subscribe button so that you can get updates of our videos when they do drop. Okay, this has been Challenge Your Limits podcast. Don't limit your challenge, challenge your limits.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yes,
Ha,
sir.
ha, ha.
Thank you,
Brah.
guys.